Public announcement, court hearings on crime against humanity against Islamic Republic of Iran. In pursuit of justice and accountability for the massacre of Iran's political prisoners during 1980s. For the first time in the world history, the oppressed and suppressed people of Iran, who have endured one of the most horrific crimes in human history by witnessing the mass execution of a generation of political prisoners, are raising their outcry against the atrocities of the Islamic Republic regime in Iran, albeit in the face of total disregard to these atrocities by the international law and judicial system. The justice-seeking campaign of Iran Tribunal was initiated in September 2007 by a group of the families and relatives of the victims, along with an abundance of survivors of the mass execution of Iran's political prisoners of 1980s. With the collaboration of many political, social and human rights activists, as well as sympathizers to the cause, many challenges, some unforeseen, had to be overcome in order to establish the righteous outcome of this movement. Right from the outset, it was clearly evident that holding the perpetrators of these ghastly crimes accountable before the eyes of the international community would not be an easily achievable task. Starting from the ground up and through sheer determination and the willpower of all involved in this campaign, while maintaining the total independence of this movement, we are now ready to launch the International People's Court to investigate the state crimes committed by Islamic Republic of Iran on more than 20,000 Iranian political prisoners during 1980s. After 4 years of indefatigable and diligent grassroots efforts, the International People's Court, organized by Iran Tribunal campaign, is now ready to be investigating the crimes perpetrated by the heads of state of the Islamic Republic of Iran, which marked its infamous beginning towards the end of June 1981 and escalated to horrific heights during the summer of 1988. The mass genocide of Iran's political prisoners during 1980s is synonymous with crimes against humanity. None of the tens of thousands of political prisoners, either those executed or otherwise the survivors, had either a fair trial or access to any legal right during the mass genocide of 1980s. Each and every one of the political prisoners' fate was decided in minutes following a few interrogatory questions prior to being sentenced to death. According to the international criminal laws, the magnitude of the crimes plus the geographical spreads of the location and across a wide cross-section of distance with diverse political beliefs, the atrocities committed by Islamic Republic of Iran against its own people constitute crimes against humanity. In the light of the undeniable evidence is presently available and according to the statistical facts, the Islamic Republic of Iran executed approximately 15,000 political prisoners between 1981 and 1984. This means that on average one prisoner was executed every 2 hours within the first 3 years of the atrocities. Between June 1988 and March 1989, approximately 5,000 political prisoners faced the death sentence by execution behind a closed door and were buried in unknown mass grave. Again, on average, one political prisoner was executed every 2 hours during this period. The court hearings to hold the Islamic Republic of Iran accountable for its crimes against humanity will be held in 2 distinct sessions. The first session has been arranged to spread over 5 days, between 18 to 22nd of June 2012. The venue for this session will be at the Human Rights Centre of an Amnesty International headquarters in London. The second session will follow 4 months later in October 2012 and has been envisaged to be held at The Hague. The legal steering committee behind this event is composed of a team of internationally renowned and distinguished law experts, which include Professor John Cooper, Professor Richard Falk, Sir Geoffrey Nice QC, Professor Eric David, Professor Payam Akhavan, Dr. Nancy Hormochi, Dr. Hedayat Matin Daftari, Hamid Sabi, and Professor Kader Asmal, who unfortunately passed away in July 2011. This team of law experts have selected a number of prominent international judges along with notable legal and social personalities who will be accompanying a team of 8 Iranian and non-Iranian prosecutors led by Professor Payam Akhavan and Sir Geoffrey Nice QC. The People's Court to Uphold Humanity and Human Values, organized by Iran Tribunal, is a unique project of its own kind. It will facilitate people's arbitration against a criminal regime in the recent history of mankind, which shall be hearing the live statements and testimonies of in excess of 100 witnesses of crimes perpetrated by a currently ruling state power. This tribunal is an integral part of Iranian people's struggle against one of the most despotic regimes in the recent history. As well as investigating the mass genocide of Iran's political prisoners, this court also aims to expose and put on the record this human tragedy before the eyes of the international community. Attending the court hearings is open and free to the public. However, it will require your registration in advance. To register for one or both sessions, please contact info@irantribunal.com, stating your full name and the country of your residence. Iran Tribunal Campaign, 10th of April 2012.